had a request to do a high intensity training targeting more through the back. We'll be working on some extension, working on those hips. We're going to see some complex movements. We're going to see some very straightforward, okay? With that being said, find a weight that is comfortable and good for you, okay? Meaning, I don't want everybody to be doing this with a set, I have a 25-pound plate out here. We have a 30-pound kettlebell, and I'm going to be throwing a medicine ball. Start simple, all right? With the high intensity, it's going to be more about you going through, and again, this is to get us better for golf. This isn't going to just be any regular workout, all right? It's for golf. We need to have the safety, but it still needs to be functional, all right? So what we're going to start with is we're going to do a one-handed snatch. I'm going to use my dumbbell. With this, I'm going to break all this down for you. Same as on our deadlift. We want to have good knees. We want to have good ankles, good hips, nice straight back. So we're loaded up into this position, standing up. As we go up, it's a nice little shrug. The weight travels up. And from there, hopefully, we've used enough force that that's going up and over our head and back down. Okay? This is really going to help us brace using that core, using that back. Again, we don't want to see it rounded, but keeping all that in one piece, learning how to stabilize. We're using those legs. It's not going to fatigue them out, but we're using it for some force and using that arm. Now, I always like doing unilateral exercises whenever possible so that we're evening out that body, okay? Having to put in just as much time, bracing, moving, stabilizing, and everything on one side as the other. All right? So whenever we're done with that one, what we're going to do is we're going to go over into a nice big lunge. But I want to make this target that hip flexor. So you can see that leg's a little bit straighter. I'm not worried about dropping down as low, but once I'm down, I'm going to give it a nice little turn, hands going up and over. You can either do it in place, or you can switch. So nice straight leg in through there, all right? So go on, and you can do 10 on each leg. This is, again, going to hit down. We're going to have to stabilize down that ankle. We're going to be hitting that quad down into the leg as well as in the glutes. Focus on that hip flexor. Nice little turn, nice little extension, really increasing it. Whenever we're done there, we're going over to a kettlebell swing, okay? You can do this one-handed or two. Depends again on how hard you want this workout to be. So if you're going to do it one-handed, go through and do your set of 10, then switch over and do the other hand. But again, we're starting with that ankle into that knee. This is the exact same motion. You're going to see this a lot in lifting. We see it a lot in golf. But we're going from here. I want you to straighten up, squeeze those glutes, use that hip thrust, slight little bend in through the back, and use that momentum to get that up there. Just really watch that low back so you see a nice big hip hinge from there. You can go at the shoulder level, eye level, over the head. This is more about things that you can do, ways that we can get that high intensity, but know what you're comfortable doing, okay? Now, once we're done with that one, we're going to go over and work down into a plank position. So I'm going to hold this, and instead of going for time, we're going to extend the arms out, working in through there. And we want very little to no rocking. Try to do 10 on each arm. If that's extremely easy, get some light weight, put it in your hand, and do some little lifts. That way we're activating in through those traps, working in through those shoulders. But keep on going in through there. Once we're done with that, we're over to our weight here. And again, it doesn't have to be a plate, but we're going to do some nice, simple Sumo Squat to press. Sumo meaning the feet are outside shoulder width apart, dropping it down. I'm up, pressing the weight up and over my head, down, up and over, okay? Things to watch for here. Again, a lot of you have issues with your deep squat. Keep that back nice and straight. We don't want it into here. We want to be seated. That's where the weight comes in handy. Explode up and press that up over your head, okay? Same thing. We're hitting the legs, we're hitting the glutes. Have to stabilize in that midsection. Plus, again, now we're throwing the shoulders in. If you use the weight on those punches, now they're really going to be getting a nice burn. Last but not least, a simple little power one, something I love to do. We're going to use our medicine ball. We want it to be as heavy as possible, but again, trying to avoid that injury. And what we're going to do is that same motion we've looked at all day to where we're down to here. We're going to extend up, and we're going to throw this up and over our head. One of the main reasons I like this, we already know, hammering it out, we're talking about those ankles, the knees, and through the hips. As we get up in through here, we're now opening up and extending as we throw, okay? We'll see a lot of extension in through golfers as well. Go through and hammer it out. It's going to be a great high intensity for you, getting in some little stretches, activating different things, stabilizing, working on that midsection. Something fantastic. Let me know what you think and get going on it.